Okay, this is how it happened. My dad used to work he retired from the U.S. Soldiers Home in Washington, D.C. And I used to go to work with him. I loved how he took care of the military guys there. And I seen him save someone from a seizure across the street from my house, and I'm like, ooh, I want to learn how to do those type of things. And he just cared about people in general. So that's how it all started. And then dealing with my aunt that was a nurse, and I watched her do things. I worked in the federal government for 20 years. But I also did this on the side as part-time work. I dealt with the mentally challenged and elderly care and things of that nature. And I just enjoyed it. So I worked in the nursing home. I liked the way they had their nursing home set up, because a lot of nursing homes don't care for the patients like they should. They don't have enough staff and everything. Instead of just having some random people just there for the money, it's not about the money for me. It's about caring for them. I care for them like I would want to be cared for. If I'm clean, I'm going to make sure you're clean. And things of that nature. They can be a little stubborn, but I can work through all of that. Because they set in their ways, they want things a certain way. I understand. But I'm like, I'm here to do service for you. People say don't get too attached, but you are attached if you're seeing someone on an ongoing time. As time going, you become attached to your client, and you become personal, you become friends and everything, and you share, and you learn some stories from them too. I learned a lot of history, especially from the older ones, and I'm like, oh my, I can't imagine myself without toilet tissue. I really enjoy what I do. I wouldn't do it no other way. I love what I do. This is what I'm passionate about it. If you work as a team, you get things done, and it reflects not only on you, but for everybody. So I'm like, that's it. I'm aware about the burnout and things of that nature. One thing I do, I get my proper rest, so I won't be burnt out. And then if someone is say if I'm going on vacation, or if it's an emergency, like someone passed away, I'll train them how to do it. I also leave them step by step how I take care of my client, and also leave them my phone number, so if there's a problem, they can contact me. It's a lovely team, lovely facility, lovely people. They work hard. They make sure we have what we need and everything. They make sure they accommodate us according to our needs too, not just the client, but our needs too. And they are very sympathetic. If you're going through, they're going through. So I'm impressed.
When we look for our caregivers, we look for someone that we would trust with our loved ones. And Miss Rita is definitely one of those. She makes it where it's easy. Families absolutely love her. Love that. We can count on her to be there and love on our families. Because when you sign on with us, you're signing on to a family. We can also support the family in that way as well. So having that technology in helps not just the caregiver and the family, but it helps the office as well be able to support the caregiver and keep them from burning out.
She makes sure we are straight as a caregiver. She makes sure we have what we need. I love her so much. Even when we are going through, she makes sure we're okay too. Not just the clients, but she makes sure the caregivers are taken care of. She makes sure we are well taken care of in every situation.
But so we feel like here at Caring, our caregivers are our priority, because without them, we can't survive. So if we don't take care of them, they can't take care of our clients. So they're our number one priority, because we got to take care of them for they can take care of the ones that we're here to serve. So that it's a complete circle. So we take care of them so they can take care of our clients, so it closes our circle. And that's just the way I feel about it. When you take care of them, they're able to do their job well. And Miss Rita is definitely a proven point. They care. They care. It's not just that they care for the clients, they actually care for the caregivers as well, which makes a big difference. Caring for the clients, that's a given. But when you care for your caregivers, that makes a good work environment. That trickles down to our clients, which makes it just a wonderful place to be. So having a team that cares overall just makes the work environment in the workplace very wonderful to be in. We're not coworkers, we're a family here. And that's the way we look at our caregivers. We look at them as a family. And our clients are families as well. They're part of our family. And that's the way we close every assessment. Welcome to our family, because they are all part of our family.
Beforehand, if a client fell, they could possibly be down there for multiple hours at a time until a caregiver came and you would walk into that scene. But now with Sensi, we get that alert. If falls happened, we're able to contact either the client. If they're not able to reach us, we'll call the family, let them know. And if the family's too far of a distance away, ourselves, we'll drive over there and make sure things are all right. And like beforehand, like we were saying, it would take for a caregiver to show up to their shift to be like, oh, Miss Jones had fallen and we had no idea how long she'd been on the ground for. And it's also like, as what she said as well, with UTIs, it also lets us get, if there's an increased amount of coughs people have, let's say they have some respiratory difficulties, it allows us to get a more proactive on their care and let the families know more what's going on inside the house rather than just everything coming from the caregivers. It's just a very, very impactful technology that we use.
Yes, we have been able to do that. Or we have clients that they need both, but they don't want both. They feel that they are going to lose their independence. Or the family wants them to have a caregiver, and they're trying to prove to their parents that they need it. And they're like, no. I don't need anything. I can do this on my own. We will put the Sensi in and have that in as a standalone unit to collect all the data that we need to prove to them, like, you really need some type of assistance. So we'll collect that for a couple of months to show them you really do need some kind of help. And we have clients that are standalone as well.
So some of the main things that we look for are if there's any cognitive issues going on in households, or if maybe there's a bad caregiver and client mismatch where we think we put the correct caregiver in the house and then we get an alert from Sensi saying, oh, they are having some arguments or some things aren't going well. And so we're able to get that caregiver out of the client's house and bring in a new caregiver who we see as a better fit. And we just look for, like she said earlier, the UTIs and stuff. That's a huge one. Just being able to get in the early stages of preventing those, because those could have some serious effects on people when they've been lasting for a while. Or if anyone's picking up that they might be a fall risk, saying I'm a little shaky in the legs today, things like that. So we could alert families, hey, be on the lookout if they're acting certain ways, or to caregivers as well, saying let's keep a closer eye on them as they're moving about because they could potentially have a fall or something coming up. So those are some of the main things I look for.
What actually lets us send out is, like we said in the beginning, because we actually care. We care as a group, our caregivers care, and we bring that to the family. We're not only going to care about your loved one, we care about you too.
Yes, so we work with a couple programs. We have one is the Veterans Care Coordination, and we work with, if they've served in the military during some of the war times, we're able to work with that group and provide some hours. I believe it all varies on the amount of the qualifications, but we can help out for usually about 3 days a week. We're able to get someone out there and help out for our veterans and give back a little back to them for how much they've sacrificed for us and all the freedoms that we enjoy in this country because of everything they've done.
Well, I'm going to say what I think caring is the best. We will do everything we ask our caregivers to do. because it's not about the position we sit in. It's about making sure that client is well taken care of. So from the owners down to the caregivers, we're all going to do what needs to be done.